To be honest, I'd better never find that box. Maybe it's not right, but at least I could sleep safely and don't think about what's going on in my parents' room. Maybe today everything is fine, and maybe my father is torturing my mother with those creepy hooks and whips again. My name's Karen, and it seems that I solved a creepy crime that was happening right in my own house. But now I don't know what to do with this information. Overall, everything began when someone high above, while designing me, spilled the whole bag of curiosity right over my head. As a result, I got a long nose, big ears, and hands that stole everything they shouldn't. You can take this as my official autobiography. You've already guessed that I've always been curious. Always. Also, I like to gossip. I'm not that kind of a gossiper that hears something and then tries to spread the news. I'm a collector, so you can tell me any of your secrets. I like to gather them in my head and think them over from time to time. And if I don't get any, I start to languish, or, which is much worse, I'm trying to get some on my own. Sometimes it happens unintentionally. These secrets stick to my hands, ears, and eyes. That's why all my friends adore me. They can cry about any issue from quarrels with their parents to their first kisses. They feel better, and I get my boost of news. Although my teachers, neighbors, and other people who knew about my ability tried to be as far as possible from me. I've never revealed a secret about our chemistry and gym teachers who were dating, for example. By the way, they're both women. That's why this news felt so spicy for me. And please don't write in the comments that I've just exposed all of them. You don't know who I actually am, where I live and study. So the anonymity is saved. I could be your neighbor, or I can live half a world away. So I've never exposed anyone. I was saving little secrets and having joy. Once, I realized it was over. It was the end. The world around me ran out of secrets, and there were no new ones. Unbelievably, but such things also happen from time to time. That was the moment when I felt the real information hunger. I almost felt sick. Even the test answers, which I got to know beforehand, didn't help me. So I decided to walk around my house a little bit. I don't know why. I guess I was just that bored. At first, I didn't find anything worth my attention. My parents have always been transparent and pretty straightforward. They've never done anything forbidden. They even didn't have any stashes on the bookshelves. Well, that's what I thought. And my theory was proven right with my every step. It's not like I hoped to find some trash in the attic or some illegal laboratory in the basement. But still, everything was quite boring. That was before the moment when I approached my parents' bedroom. They've never forbidden me to go there, but I knew that they were not fond of such things. Of course, I carefully explored everything there. Their secret wasn't hidden in some hideaway or safe. It was in the nightstand. Seriously. At first, I didn't look there because who would hide something in such an obvious place? But it appeared that my parents did that. It was a black, opaque box. The one look at it promised something special. The box looked rather heavy and seemed quite big. I doubted whether I should look inside. They were my parents, who I loved and with whom I should live together for many years. After some hesitation, I made up my mind. The love for secrets seemed to be bigger than the love for my parents. Just imagine yourself in my shoes. I was all alone. I waited for the moment when my parents went to the restaurant. In the darkness, it was almost night, looking forward to seeing what's inside the box. Well, I'm 14, and I know what people are doing in their bedrooms. I know about sex and stuff. All this time while I was growing up, I heard some suspicious noises from my parents' bedroom. I used to think they were having sex, but it appeared they were not. Things that were in the box didn't resemble those which I've seen during sexual education classes. They looked more like some police stuff. There were some creepy whips, hooks, spikes, and other things for torturing people. Well, that's the only explanation my brain was able to suggest. I was so shocked that I even don't remember how I put everything in its place and ran to my room. I had a lot of horror thoughts in my head. Those noises, which I've heard before, stopped being just embarrassing. They were frightening and alarming, but I decided to give my parents a chance. Maybe everything wasn't as awful as I imagined, right? But in a week, I got the real evidence that something was wrong in my family. In the middle of the night, some rustling or even a moan woke me up. I heard only that one noise and didn't want to listen to the rest. It would be too sad. That morning, I noticed traces from a rope on my mom's hands, as if someone tied her up. I had a similar trace on my hand after my bracelet got caught on the fence. I was hanging there like an idiot until someone found me. The trace was just the same, blue and shabby, and my mother had them on both arms. And now I'm afraid to walk around my house. On the one hand, my father is obviously torturing my mother, and it seems that I should interfere. What if she's so scared that she can't tell anyone about her problem? On the other hand, they are my parents, both of them. How can I expose them to the police? I don't know what I should do next. Indeed, I'll be glad to get some piece of advice from you.
Hi there, my name is Tara and I'm Karen's mother, and lately there feels like there's been a wedge that's been driving our little family apart. I need to first explain that my husband and I have never hidden anything from Karen. We have a parenting policy of sorts that says that we always answer her questions with age-appropriate answers, don't worry. When our Karen was little, she of course asked the age-old question of where do babies come from? And as I said, we answered with age-appropriate answers. I even showed her inside of the human body. Not literally, it was a picture. It was an anatomic replica of men and women. And I even brought her to her first gynecologist appointment. Anyway, that's why she didn't have any issues or difficulties when she had her first menstruation cycle. Karen knew what to do and that it was nothing to be ashamed of, that a period is a totally normal part of being a girl. It sucks, it's painful, yes, but there are steps that you can take to alleviate that. What I didn't tell her was all the extra stuff consenting adults can do in bed. I didn't think that was important for her to know yet, since she's only 12. Though apparently Karen had said that she heard about adult toys during her sexual education classes at school. The point is that my husband and I prefer a special kind of entertainment, but we've never thought that our daughter would find the box that we hold our entire arsenal in. We had hidden it away. We didn't hide it so much as we placed it out of sight. We figured hiding our stuff in plain sight would be better than hiding it away. You look for secret stuff in secret places, after all. But it appears that our daughter was curious enough to look there as well, and she's a very attentive young girl. We noticed that someone opened our box at once because it was slightly out of place and also the box lid was moved. But Karen didn't seem to be shocked and she didn't ask any questions, so for the time being, we let it alone. Once, not long later, however, my husband and I crossed the line a bit and I got rope burns on my wrists. I was sure no one would notice, but Karen saw the marks and drew the wrong conclusions. The way she looks at her father, it's like she's decided that he must be torturing or hitting me. I tried to talk to her carefully and explain everything, but she started to avoid me. My husband even thought to leave parenting books about adult stuff out, but she ignored them as well. Our house is like a minefield at the moment. Karen looks like a frightened animal that's confined and can't find a way out. Since then, we've stopped all our games, and now we're trying just to reach out to our child. Since she doesn't want to talk about it with us, I'm going to sign us up for family therapy soon. We have to solve this problem because it's hard to show her how much we love and adore her. I just want us to be a happy family again.
Please let us know your thoughts on this story and its characters in the comments below. Don't forget, like the video, share it with your friends, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next stories.